Here we go. Blue 15. Sit high. Here we go. Sit high. Here we go. Sit high. Here we go. Sit high. Sit high. Here we go. Sit high. Don't jump. Ready? Go. Here we go. Sit high. Here we go. Sit high. Sit high.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this is one of those plays where your instincts actually go against you. You really need to try and knock that down, but it happens so fast, partner.
Yeah, you see the ball in the air, maybe even though you're behind the line, you just think, I need to catch this and try to make a play.
Yeah, what you really need to do, knock it to the ground and just go to the next down, because now you're probably going to lose yardage.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, son. 58, who's this, son? All right.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Brought down by Ed Oliver. This defense for the Bills, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And when I was reviewing the stats from last week's game, I actually had to put them down and come back to them later because when I read it first, I thought it was a typo or a misprint. One thing to hold someone under 100 yards in the game, that's incredible. Under 50, absolutely exceptional.
Here we go. 222, 222.
Fields now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is brought in at the 21. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Trubisky. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They keep it with Davis on 1st down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Let's go.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Down the left sideline. They're all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bills lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. When you look at this defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. And are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground. Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Third and 12.
Mustang 19. Here we go. 60 back. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Now it's Trubisky. Shakir hauls it in. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Trubisky going to take it on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
At the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle to Davis. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Here's Trubisky. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 33. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Tonight.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Angel, don't jump. Right.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are back within a score. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Broncos, set, go!
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And able to work his way down to the 16. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Davis hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now Hall to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Good. You got it. What? You see that? Tonight?
From his own end zone, Fields looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's able to get a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. From the gun on third down, Fields. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Well, he and his offense was staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10. On the counter, it's Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss.
Here we go.
Here's Hall again. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
On the toss, here's Allen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
On the draw, it's Hall. And he powers his way out past the 30. That'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Fields. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. That's taken on the 25. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now Trubisky to throw. Shoves him aside. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They go play action with Trubisky. Finding Shakir across the formation. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 47 yards. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good. It's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
11.
Fields. He finds Wilson. And he's got him past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, New York.
Go.
Give to Hall running right. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
331. Delta. No much. Easy. Nice.
Off play action, Fields. Now, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Fields. And it's intercepted. He's on his way. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now it's 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal.
Now Trubisky. They'll set up the screen with Davis. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Play action. Now Trubisky. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 15.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it. What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action, make it look like the same exact play, and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go.
A final shot before the break. Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game starting the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Here's Fields. Looking middle, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and 5.
Don't jump. Touch right. 19 seconds.
In motion right is Wilson. To throw is Fields. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. Now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who is shaken up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Chip slant. Here we go. Move to the move to the
On play action, Fields. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Play action. It's Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Fields, such an athletic quarterback, gets him the first.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here we go, son. 5:51.
They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The point after is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete. It's Josh Whyle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
The first down carry for Davis. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Jets will take over
at their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown On their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here we go. Right.
On first down, right back to Hall. And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go, son. 319, get that. Hey, go.
Now Allen. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Going up right here. Here we go. Right.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Here we go, son. Angel. You got a mini base. Why not? Right.
From the 50, here's Fields. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Landon Jackson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
It's Davis on the counter. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Bills on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Trubisky. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. It's a jet sweep. Trubisky pops it forward. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Trubisky to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. On the draw, this is Davis. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Right.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass down downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Here's 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall. He's into space past the 15. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
331. Go.
Here's Allen. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, Scott. 19 winning, 19 winning.
Fields now to throw. Floating one, incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Fields going to keep it running left. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
Back to throw. Fields to the right side and intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Throw here taken in by Riley, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Handoff, running left is Davis. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The former third overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
70 Lions.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will remain a one-touchdown game. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
And his throw here is incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
And it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. Fields. Connection made to Rucker. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads him into the end zone.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Hey, 222.
Now Fields. Now a run. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Gregory Rousseau in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go, son. 11, 258, easy.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go, son. 19. Chip Slick.
Here's Fields. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Inside, give to Davis. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. As as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Buffalo, they finished the regular season with another win. They're 15th against just 2 losses. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this loss will be the capper to a dismal 4-13 campaign. And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.